Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. May not be a big deal to you, but to me, it's a big deal. Damn! Huge win for Terence Crawford and BLK Prime. So for you saying, what's the big win, right? Because you saw that title of the video, made you click on it, right? Well, I'm telling you what I think is a big win. Because I said damn, all right? I didn't say damn, I said damn! There's been such a concern about this BLK Prime and money, and will fighters get paid? Will Terence Crawford get his 8 figures? Where's the money coming from? You know, who is this Murphy Media, which you should know, right? I did a video on that. But the word on the street is, guys, now you know Eddie Hearn is quick to try to block a fight, quick to say something negative, right? He goes on record one day and he says, no one wants to see Crawford versus Evanescence, right? That's what he said on October 22nd. He says, this BLK Prime platform is unknown. It's just not something that I would want any of my fighters fighting on. So then in an interview that I don't know if he did it yesterday or the day before, but anyway, in a recent interview, they were talking about, asking him, like, you know, always, because Eddie Hearn's always, you know, the damn social media, his opinion about Crawford and this Evanescence fight. Now, Eddie Hearn knows who's Evanescence. He's over on that side of the world, so he knows who he is. Everyone knows who Terence Crawford is. And he was saying, as far as BLK Prime, initially, he was very skeptical about this BLK Prime. Who are they? Where'd they come from? Where are they getting this money to pay Terence Crawford? We're not really, same thing everybody else is saying. We're not seeing any real advertisements. How is anyone going to get paid? Because Eddie Hearn's all about money. So his whole thing was money. Where's the money coming from? But then he goes on to say in that interview, because even the guy who was conducting the interview was more like, yeah, there's a lot of concerns, and you know, Terence Crawford is going to go in here and basically can end up fighting for free and end up in a lawsuit, right? That's the road the interviewer was trying to take Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn said this. He was like, wait 1 second. I will say this. Initially, I was concerned about it. He's like, but I'm not. From what I'm seeing, they seem to be legit, and they seem to have their business in order. Because Evanescence, as far as the fight, the money that he's supposed to be making for the fight, right? Because all that, the fighters get paid before they go in the ring. Evanescence already has his money. Eddie Hearn says he has firsthand knowledge of that. And he's like, I'm not going to come here and blow smoke up here, but he's like, I know for a fact that Evanescence has already gotten paid. And if that means the money's in an account somewhere, or if that means that, you know, it just means that the money's with Evanescence and his team. They have the money. So Evanescence and his team, they're not concerned about getting paid. And when Eddie Hearn said that, I said, wow. Because that surprised me. So to me, that's a big win for Crawford and for BLK Prime, because the money concern, at least part of that issue has been resolved. Because if Evanescence and his team, they're not worried. Because via Eddie Hearn, they already got whatever they're supposed to get money-wise, it's there. Now, I do not think they're going to be getting any other pay-per-view sales, which I don't know how much is actually going to be there to go around. But wish Crawford the best of luck with that. But as far as Terence Crawford, still have to wait and see how all that plays out. But as of right now, I would say that's a huge win, because aside from Terence Crawford and Adrian Broner, I mean, who's out here speaking positively about BLK Prime? You know, I've done a video on them. You know, these guys, multi-billion-dollar, company. There's some dough there. As far as Murphy Media, and Murphy Media, kind of backing BLK Prime, so there's money there. But at the end of the day, we're all waiting. The fight's just a couple weeks away. We're just waiting to see how the cards fall, how the dust settles, and if there's going to be any, financial fallout. Like that's really what we're waiting for. But at least to me, the first battle has kind of been won because everyone's waiting to see this thing just kind of flop. And it's like, well, hold on. They're getting some teeth. They're getting some teeth into this now by making sure, okay, boom. Terence Crawford, we may be able to control that situation. That's kind of our backyard, kind of forming a partnership there. If something goes wrong, we can keep that in-house. They can't control Evanescence. You know what I'm saying? They can't control him. So if Evanescence and his team want to call foul and say, hey, they didn't pay us, so we didn't get what we want. If BLK Prime pulls a Don King, like Don King did on Dubois, and was out there trying to make Dubois get his money from Frank Warren, which Dubois ended up getting his money. That Evanescence and his team would be throwing flags, foul on the play. But it sounds to me like it doesn't sound to me per Eddie Hearn, he got his money, and that's good. So I guess we'll see how this plays out. But to me, that's huge for those guys because I'm telling you right now, people are paying attention to this whole situation with Crawford, BLK Prime, Adrian Broner getting paid. People are watching, and they want to see how this plays out. And I'm going to go out here and go out on a limb. Don't be surprised if Gervonta Davis messes around and ends up on BLK Prime. I'm just saying, just pay attention. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but Gervonta Davis is floating around here unsigned. And I'm telling you, don't be surprised. But that being said, big win for BLK Prime. Damn. That's good. Terence Crawford, BLK Prime, Evanescence. Hey, still not ready to fight. I want to see. But at least that's a good thing that there's some money being moved around. And that's what that kind of helps to put some minds at ease and clear up some of the doubt about these guys being able to pay the fighters. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, everyone from all 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.